On YouTube, I don't know if you guys can hear it. Oh, now I see a green light lighting up on YouTube. Maybe I had the volume off on YouTube. So I think we now got volume on YouTube. Now we got, and see, yep, okay. Okay, we got volume on YouTube now. Great. Um, so what we're talking about is the Taylor family survival scent candles. And like I said, the wick is proprietary. We did come up with the design of the wick. We did make it. It is ours. Um, our stuff does not come from drop shippers. These are done and made right here by us, our family, making candles for your family, our family making the socks, the survival tins, the 1 pound bags, and all of that stuff. I need to fix the camera over here on YouTube because I can't see half of my head. But I want to light these candles up so we can get them burned so we can show you what's going on with them. Like I said, they're not just a standard wick. They are a triple wick system created by us that stays in one specific thing. It's not like 3 different wicks around the candle where you got to go around lighting all that stuff. Now you can really see my face over here on YouTube. So, like I said, the idea was that we wanted to make a candle that wasn't just a candle. It wasn't about just a candle. It was about having something that had a utilitarian purpose, which was when we went to filing the patent forms and started working on filling out a patent. Is simply because we were able to prove that the candles do more than just smell good, do more than just provide a little light. I mean, you all remember your mom had all the candles around if the power went out. She's like, "Oh, get the candles." You'd be running around getting all the candles. I don't disagree with that. I mean, I get it. But these have a little more than just lighting it. Okay. The essential oils do provide mood enhancing properties. The essential oils have been advertised for hundreds of thousands of years. Back to, we use myrrh, the essential oil myrrh, which, if you that was actually one of the things that was brought to baby Jesus in the manger. So we're using all the way back to the ancient herbs, and the scents do provide calm. They provide wellness. There's a candle called the Sleepy Time candle, and that candle specifically is intended to help you sleep. I mean, that's the point of it, right? So I say you lay down, you light that candle, you do some deep breathing for about 10 minutes. And with the help of the calming, relaxing scents and the essential oils that are in it, you generally will be able to calm your mind a little, calm your body a little bit, and get some pretty good rest. It works. So that's what we're doing with the candles. That's what we're doing with the stuff. Um, and this is obviously my area where we kind of put all this together, where we make the scents and stuff like that. We don't pour all the candles and do all the necessary work right here, but you can see it kind of looks messy behind me. I don't mind that because the reality is it is an operating workshop. We are working in here. It's not where we do everything, but we are working in here. If you're on Clapper, if you're over here on Clapper, if you're over here on YouTube, you have any questions? Any questions about the candles, how we make the candles, what our intent was, what the patent application's about. I mean, I could show you this candle, and I do have proof, I have video, but this candle I burned for a half an hour. About maybe it may have been blown out for an hour. It burned actually for about 45 minutes, and it may have been burned out for or blown out for about an hour. You can see once the wax re-solidified and everything else, we used very little wax for that 45-minute burn. And you can see how flat the wax is, edge to edge, because our candle melts edge to edge. You won't have that little tunnel hole down the middle that you get with all those candles that you buy at the big box stores. We're not a big box store maker. We are what's considered small batch, but I can make and ship about 200 candles a day. I can do that. We can do about 300 pairs of socks a day. We can move through the product. So that means we want you guys to order. That means we need to get you guys to our websites, tailoredfamily.com, tailoredfamily.com with a / Amazon. That takes you to our Amazon brand store, our main Amazon brand store, which, if you understand what we had to go through for that, we had to have our trademark, we had to have our patent, we had to have our business in line. We're not just fly by night. Everything's done legal, everything's done with paperwork, all the way as far as to applying for patents with the United States Patent Office. We have one patent that is through the approval process and is pending. So we do have one patent pending product. The MTS modules right here are patent pending. Those are actually legally patent pending. So we went out and we did a lot of work to get this stuff working. We're working on the patent on the candle. As far as the utilitarian use of the candle, not that I'm trying to patent a candle or a scent of a candle. It's the utilitarian use that we created with the wick system. When we talk about the way that we actually make the candles, you start with coconut oil in a crock pot, a slow cooker, something that will warm it for a long period of time. I usually put that in for 12 hours at least. That the coconut oil will sit in the crock pot or in the warmer with cedarwood chips. That coconut oil will just suck all the resins out of those cedarwood chips. We strain all that out. We take those cedarwood chips and we save them. I'll talk about that in a little bit. The fractionated coconut oil is then ready. It's infused. It smells like cedarwood. We do that actually with 3 different scents. We've got the cedarwood chips, we've got pine, and we've got coffee bases. Those are our 3 bases. Then we do the exact same thing with the wax. The wax is infused over days with cedarwood chips, coffee, or pine. 10% fractionated coconut oil to 80% beeswax to 10% essential oils. So 0.8 of an ounce of fractionated coconut oil, 0.8 of an ounce of essential oils, and all of that. God, Bella. Sorry, my dog. I like seriously can hear her breathing. Um, so you can take the 1.6 out, and you're down to 6.4 ounces beeswax. The rest is fractionated coconut oil and essential oils, which creates a very hot, very clean burn mixture. Coconut oils, or I mean, the coconut oil becomes frangible and friable. It wafts into the air as it burns, not smokes. Smoking is not representative of scents being in the air. It wafts the essential oils vaporize. The coconut oil helps it become friable, lifts it into the air, and that scent fills the room. That's the way that mixture works. It's the reason the mixture was done. It's the reason it works so well. Then we went as far as to, like I said, to work on this custom wick system that we're working on the patent on. And this custom wick system creates such a hot burn that even when you're talking about beeswax, which is a hard wax to burn compared to soy wax or paraffin wax, it's a harder wax to burn, and most people can't get edge to edge burn on a paraffin candle. You guys know, you buy them from the big box store, you'll buy that candle, it'll be, this big and this big around, and you only burn about this much out of it. It's just this tunnel goes straight down the middle and there's all this wax left around the outside. That doesn't happen with our candles. Our candles burn edge to edge. It gets hot enough to melt the wax from edge to edge. They are in a metal tin, which actually is almost kind of cheating on my part because it reflects the heat back, which helps keeps the heat in there, which helps with the burning edge to edge, right? But again, that's things that I think about. That's things that guys like me think about. That's things, if you get a real blue collar candle, you get a real hand poured candle from a real blue collar person, be that a male or female, I don't even care. If they're out in the blue collar world and they're around the blue collar people, they know you don't just want that candle to perform. You want it to be exactly what it's advertised to be. We advertise our candles as survival scents. We advertise them as candles that can be used in a survival situation. They do provide a moderate amount of heat, but they provide enough heat to actually sanitize water. They provide enough heat to actually cook some foods. They have the essential oils that are floating into the air that even in a survival situation, all of a sudden you've got essential oils that help calm you, relax you, and bring you back down to earth, which is kind of the perfect time to have that, right? Now, the Taylor Family MTS system, this is the safe match version right here. You can see it's a 12 gauge shotgun shell that does have the primer removed. The primer is removed. It is then packed with cotton in the bottom, which is great to help start fire. It is then filled with around somewhere right around 30 small matchsticks, and the striker paper is stuck in there too. Now, some people are like, how do you open these? They're 12 gauge shotgun shells, right? If you've never opened a 12 gauge shotgun shell, you probably have no idea. It's crimped and it's actually kind of hard. It actually is. I say this, when you need this, you will have to go through a little effort, but the reality is, um, maybe it keeps you from messing with it sooner. That's what I try to say. If it's a little bit hard to get into, which I know it is, maybe you won't open it up. Maybe you won't mess with it, and you'll save it for the actual situation where you need it to survive, right? If I just made it so easy for you to just pull it off, these matches are gonna be gone, they're gonna get dumped out, and they're gonna be lost. But if I make it hard to get into, it's gonna sit in your glove box. That's what I want. I want it to just sit in your glove box or in your pocket or in your pack. I want you to buy 5 of them and have one in your tackle box, one in your backpack, one in the glove box, and they're all spread around. Now, when we do talk about opening, if you start, I'm not gonna do it to this one because this is actually a good one. If you start pinching, just start pinching. If you just start pinching and you just keep pinching at it, that's all gonna crack. It's all gonna start opening up. Once it starts opening up, you can get something, a twig or something to get down in there. That dog's not healthy. She's like 15 years old and she's deaf, so but God, I could hear her breathing. Like I could hear it coming out of her lungs, so it's not good. Um, so anyway, that's the intent of the candles. The candles weren't just generally made to be a candle. I wasn't like, oh, you know what? I want to be Brandon the candle maker. No, I want to make Taylor Family survival scents. I want to make candles that serve dual purpose. I want to make candles that serve 3 or 4 purposes. If you think about it, you can sanitize small amounts of water with this. You can warm up quite a bit of food with it. You can get the boost of the essential oils for whatever candle you have, whether it's a calming, relaxing scent or it's an invigorating, wake you up and get you going scent. Either way, you have those candles. With that, you have the heat, the warmth, the possibility to sanitize water, the possibility to warm your food, the possibility to just be able to see what you're doing. The fact that it burns edge to edge, it is beeswax, it is natural. You can't use the wax to waterproof and actually seal up things in a survival situation. When you think about the fact that you could be in a survival situation, wax is very usable in that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, when you start thinking about this, feel free just to think about it. Do a Google search, use ChatGPT, use whatever AI you want to use, and just ask it, hey, how many uses are there for wax in a survival situation? So you're using the candle to sanitize your water, you're using the candle to maybe warm your food, and at the same time, the wax is melting, and you can use some of that. You can pick some of that off, and you can use it, like I said, to waterproof a zipper if you have a raincoat, a lot of the times raincoats, the zippers will leak. That's something that leaks. You take some of that wax and you rub it down that zipper, and it'll seal up those little spaces between the teeth, and it makes that zipper waterproof. So there are several ways that the wax can be used. So as we made the Taylor Family 1 pound bags, the Taylor Family Survival Pods, the MTS modules, and went on to the Taylor Family Survival Tins. You know, this is the coffee tin. This is the one that is your survival tin, right? I made this one with tongue in cheek and in jest, but the reality is, if you're like truly surviving and you don't have that caffeine, you know you're going to get a headache. So if I give you just enough coffee to be able to stop the headache for a few days until you can get out of that situation, you actually are going to be happier. Happier, trust me. You're going to be happier, and your life's going to be a little easier. This is the fire tin. This is the one that actually has the magnesium block, the ferro rod, the tinder. It has a safe match system, one of the safe match MTS modules in it. It has an actual cigarette lighter and everything you need to start several fires. And that's the fire tin. And over here you got the fishing tin. The fishing tin comes with all the line. It comes with your fishing MTS module. Where's that at? Right there. That's our fishing MTS module. That's got hooks, sinkers, bait, and everything in it. This expands that. You continue, you get more line, more sinkers. You get stuff to do trout lines. You got stuff for panfish. You got stuff for like, there is some stuff for maybe carp and catfish in there. Not a lot for them, but you've got all the trout, rivers, lakes, and stream fish in there. Um, this will catch fish. Well, it can catch fish. I'm not saying it will because you might not be good at it. I'm sorry. You got to practice, guys. You can't just all of a sudden one day be like, I'm going to catch a fish. It doesn't just work that way. You got to practice at everything. This is the Taylor Family Cooking Tin. This one provides 45 minutes to an hour worth of cooking temperature. It will get one of these tins rested on top. We make a little oven with 3 tins. If you think about how they can fold together, we clip them together. I don't know where it's at. I would show it if I had it right by me near and handy. I thought I did. That's the part that's kind of annoying me. Anyway, this is the cooking tin. This has wax soaked applewood smoking chips. They burn relatively slow, but they burn relatively hot. So you got 45 minutes to an hour at about 500 degrees cooking temperature out of this. So you think about sanitizing water and stuff like this, that will do it. So that's your cooking tin. The field repair tin. The field repair tin is the tin that's filled with all those things that you might need. There's different a few different tapes. There's thread, there's needles, there's super glue, there's zip ties, there's wax coated wire. There's all of those things that can make repairs when you're out there in a survival situation. And you think about this, each one of these, we've gone through 4 or 5 of these at this point, but weight wise and stuff like that, that's really nothing. But you've got a whole lot of cooking and surviving going on already in those, right? Um, That's a fire log tin that's completely sealed up. I've got a fire log tin around here that's open that I actually want to show you the logs because that was something we made. It's something that so when we make our candles, we infuse them with cedar wood. We already talked about that. We infuse the candles with cedar wood. Well, the cedar wood chips that come out of the wax is fully and completely impregnated from end to end with wax because it's left in there that infusion process can be a week or two. It'll be heated up, cooled down, heated up, cooled down, heated up, cooled down. And it's infused that cedar wood so much that you basically got 100% 100% waterproof waxed fire log that will burn for 15 to 20 minutes. Here we go, guys. I wanted to show you this. This is two of our Altoid tins or our survival tins, right? Two of these with just some paper binder clips, hold them together. You guys can see what's going on with that. So you see it becomes a pretty good little heating surface, pretty good little oven. Especially if you take that cooking tin that I had over here and you think about the height of this burns for an hour to 45 minutes. If you slide it right under there, and that's burning an hour to 45 minutes on that little cooking surface, you got a pretty cool little oven right there. So if you have three of the tins, you have the cooking tin, you have the fire log tin, and you have the fire starting tin, right? That's what comes in our cooking pack. If you have all of those, each one of the fire logs burns for 15 to 20 minutes, so that's 45 minutes to an hour. The Applewood cooking tin burns for 45 minutes to an hour. So you've got an hour and a half to 2 full hours where you can create 500 degrees on this surface. So you've got a lot of time to cook, sanitize, and stuff like that. Because remember, as we talk about these, I'm like, it'll burn for an hour. Well, if you blow it out after 20 minutes, it's still going to burn again, right? So you can use it several times. I'm just kind of bringing all these tins over here because I know I've got one that has the actual fire logs and is easily. Wow. I just lost my grasp on the English language halfway through saying that. Don't mind me. I catch up. I get back. I'm gonna bring some more candles over here. We got the after dark candles. We'll make this hot. See how high we can get it before it falls down. What do we got? Fireball, the fireball candles, guys. That's actually cedarwood chips that are cold infused with fireball whiskey. I would say it's cinnamon, but I got to give it more credit. I could cheaply infuse it with cinnamon. Yes, I could. And I could probably still call it fireball. Even after cheaply infusing it with cinnamon, I could probably still call it a fireball candle. No, we fully infused the wax chips with fire. You know what? I can show you. That'd be kind of a cool thing to get on camera since I don't know that I have it on camera. So I'm gonna go grab it. Okay, you guys see this? This is what I mean by cold infused. It is truly full of cedarwood, and that's a full bottle of Fireball in there. And you can see it was put in there on August 23rd. So it's been infusing. And these cedarwood chips, we squeeze all the Fireball out of it, and then we actually put the cedarwood chips in your candle. And so when I talk about the way we infuse our stuff, it's way more than just, you know what, we got some cinnamon and now we call it Fireball. No, we truly use cold infused cedarwood chips that are infused with the Fireball whiskey. So when we talk about survival scents, or we call them the survival scents, the reality is they are intended to be something that can warm your food, sanitize water, and stuff like that. You can use the wax to waterproof things. You can use it to repair things. You can use it as a glue, also, under those emergency situations. So the reality is, we did make a candle that is considered a survival scent because it can help you survive a little more than any regular candle. These are our bacon. These are bacon candles. These two are 4-ounce bacon candles. You can see it actually almost looks like bacon wax or bacon grease, doesn't it? It almost looks like bacon grease. That's our bacon candle. This one's our buried. So that's that buried scent that I said you mix with like the rum and stuff. And you can see the beeswax. You can actually see some of the actual botanicals that we have in there to create the berry scent. My God, that berry one is really good. So that's some of those that we got. Now I still haven't found the damn. I have not found I have like 12 tins with all of the fire logs in them. They're actually ready to sell. And so I must have put them. They're all sealed up, but I had one that was open. The other thing that we got, if you don't necessarily like candles, but you do like the scents and you like the wax melts, we've got the Taylor Family Survival Scents in the wax melts. That one right there is Tool Shed. The one that I had showed you was After Dark. After Dark has all the essential oils in it that are supposed to make you horny. Smokescreen. Smokescreen. Remember, you check these out at taylorfamily.com, taylorfamily.com/Amazon, taylorfamily.com/TikTok shop. You can find us on Etsy, Taylor Family on Etsy. You can find us on Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, where we're at, Clapper, where we're at, TikTok, Rumble, Lemonade, Facebook, Threads. I don't know. We're on pretty much every social media. We have a brand store on Amazon. Find our brand store on Amazon. That's taylorfamily.com/Amazon. That'll take you to our brand store. Check out all the wax melts, all the candle, all the socks on all of those stores from Amazon, Walmart, TikTok, Clapper, Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook all have direct sales links. YouTube, I wish you guys would help me out with that. I wish that we could have that. Like, what happens if I put it in the chat? Is that clickable now? So, no, it's not clickable. It is copyable. Oh, I didn't put all the W's. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I made it not clickable. Let's find out. Okay, now I did it right. No. If I go pin, okay, so now it's pinned to the top. So I guess it makes it to where you can see it. It's up there, it says it. So people would know where to go, but it's not clickable. What about over here on Clapper? I can't even type over here. Yeah, I can't even type over here. Why can't I type? Why is there no chat? I don't know. So anyway, TaylorFamily.com, TaylorFamily forward slash, or TaylorFamily.com, then TaylorFamily.com forward slash Amazon, TaylorFamily.com forward slash TikTok shop. Etsy is just Tailored Family on Etsy. On Pinterest, we're tailored everywhere. We're Tailored Family. The main stores, like I said, Amazon, TaylorFamily.com, Amazon for TaylorFamily.com, Walmart, Etsy are probably our four. We've got 2 TikTok stores, Amazon, Etsy. Walmart. That right there. That's our big like linkable stores. We do have a Clapper shop. If you guys are a Clapper and you know what the Clapper shop is, we actually do have a Clapper shop where some of this stuff is for sale. I have not got anybody ever even look at it on Clapper. YouTube over here, I kind of crash when I start bringing up stuff, but we are still getting somewhere around 200 and something thousand views on YouTube. So you guys say hi to us. Please talk to us. Come out and say hi. Come say hi in the lives. If you're watching this video and it is a live and you want to make some smart ass comment, feel free to do that. The more you guys talk, the more we can make it a community. The more it becomes a community, the more fun it is. And I'll make more money. Let's be fair about that, right? The more people I can get to talk to me, the more people might buy from me. That's the reality. But the real reality is Tailored Family's always been about talking to the guys, the blue collar guys, the ones that make the world go around. The people that actually make things happen in this world, not the lazy people sitting on their ass hoping that their Snapchat comes tomorrow. And again, I'm not complaining about the people that actually need that. There are a lot of retired people that get that, and I hope they get it soon. And I hope the Democrats actually stop with their bullshit of wanting to give all the insurance to illegals because that's bullshit. But to the families out here, we do care about the people. We do hope that all the blue collar guys, all the blue collar men and women, all the people that make the world go around are living your dream and are living your dream. And tomorrow's brighter than today, and today's brighter than yesterday. I just hope that, that's the way it goes. And with Tailored Family, we hope that if you start working with some of our survival tins, some of our candles, however you want to get there, you become part of the family, you start thinking about the logic, you become a little more safe, a little more prepared. And when things go bad, you survive without stress. I love you guys. Thank you for coming out, and we'll talk to you soon.